here in my office for my day job. I wanted to preempt this next video with something that I probably will be talking about a lot on here is recycling, repurposing, not buying new, zero waste. Almost everything in my house, including most of my clothes, most of my furniture, nothing is new. It's either been inherited, thrifted, scrounged, or repaired. Because I don't believe in adding more consumption to our lives. I really am a fan of the circular economy. I do some resale of like vintage items, clothes, sometimes antiques or art that I have done that has been repurposed. So I wanted to highlight a few of my favorite things that I have rescued in my journeys. I've thrifted all over the world. My favorite place to thrift being probably London and Scotland. Just because there's a lot of history and so a lot of things that you can find that are unique. But I have found some really amazing treasures here in the States. So some of it is things that I have refurbished. Some of it is things that I just hung up. I have a big thing for when I see aquariums at thrift stores or aquarium supplies. I buy those because I have 3 small ecosystems in my house. Part of my sensory issues, whenever I'm feeling overwhelmed, can be solved with water. The way my brain works, either looking at water, looking into water, or being in water, like bath, shower. For my autism, it is a fun project I have planted tanks full of shrimp. I have tanks that are full of carnivorous plants. They're more like bogs. I have a big tank I'm working on that is a display piece. So I'll highlight my work on that so far. But anyways, I wanted to come in and talk about my love of repurposing, of zero waste, circular economy, opting out of capitalism as much as possible, bartering, trading, found objects, repurposing trash. Like I find things in the trash, and if I think they have potential, I grab them and I repurpose them. Sometimes for sale, most often just to keep here in my house. So enjoy this short dish video of some of my favorite repurposed pieces that I have so far. Now this is one of my favorite areas of my house. In total, I've probably spent about $25. The basket is thrifted. That's just some bone art that I did a number of years ago. I do a lot of bone art. The trunk was thrifted. The plants are all propagations. The sticks and trunk are from outside. The tank itself was unused in my aunt's garage, so it was free. I thrifted the heaters, the filter, even the lighting. Actually, this one's from IKEA. This one was thrifted, full spectrum light. Yeah, so you don't have to spend a lot of money. You can repurpose things. I took this tea towel, I put it on a stick, I strung it with some ribbon and some leftover embroidery threads, and then you got an art piece. $25 for such a neat corner that ties into, you know, we just don't buy new. This is my Hoosier cabinet. It's repurposed to be my coffee station. See, it's got my absinthe fountain from one of my restaurants. We had to keep her because she's so lovely. These are lithographs from, I don't know, mid-1800s that have been thrifted. Everything here, except for the sculpture, the vulture skull that was gifted to me, and the old drunk, he was inherited. He's from Bavaria.
But the assay tool is from Thrift Store, Nevada. This one with the Pictish beasts on a chalice. I'm still doing research into this piece. I found it at a thrift store in Manassas, Virginia. Why is a goblet with Pictish beasts? No idea. But since I do spend part of my year in the country of the Picts, which is where my heritage is from, in the Highlands, I knew I had to buy that. Isn't that crazy? The things that you find. And then everything in this room besides the TV has been either bought for my travels or thrifted, like this trunk. A friend of mine gave me this lantern, always barking. The whole living room set in here is thrifted. It's really cool vintage. I always aim to be Mrs. Roper, and so I hope the vibes of this kind of come off as Mrs. Roper. I really love thrifting gowns, and then I'm gonna make a whole TikTok about that lady. In particular, I love to rescue embroidery. Someone spent a lot of time on this, and of course it's my Highlands cottage, so I adore this. My aunt is an artist and did these portraits of my girls. This is also thrifted. This painting my grandmother did. And then this is an art piece of mine that I took something out of the trash, and yeah, it's now candelabra. There's another portrait of my other daughter, my youngest. This is one of my finds that I have put my laboratory glass and apothecary things in. Old glasses I found from underneath my restaurant buildings. Just, you know, old poison. Now this was an old church pew that my aunt painted, refinished. She even reupholstered it. So nothing in my house is new, ever.